Hello, mathematical literacy learners. Welcome to an example that we're going to do, questions from data handling. There is a global increase in the use of communication technology, such as the internet, social networks, and cell phones. Table 1 in Annex A shows data regarding the percentage of the world population living in the 12 regions, as well as the percentage of people using different means of communications. Some of the data on Table 1 is omitted. So here is Table 1 with global regions, world population, internet usage, social network usage, cell phone per region. For example, Central Asia, world population is 2% of the world, internet usage 1%, social network usage 1% of the world, cell phone usage 2% of the world, right? Percentage distribution means of communication. Middle East, 4% of the world population, internet usage 4%. Distribution of global, 3% distribution of global means of communication, and 5% distribution of global means of communication for cell phone usage. Now, if you look at Africa, we are not given here the percentage of the population, world population. We are given the internet usage, which is 8%, and social network, percentage distribution of global means of communication, that would be 4%. So this is the data that we have. Please refer to community where photographs of these will be posted as a whole. I'm just going to go use it according to how I need it for the answers, right? So this is what we have here. Explain why some data in the table is categorical. So if you look at the table, you'll see that we are given global regions here, right? Even though they've measured some of these, but here we cannot, this particular part is categorical. So this data here is given as a categorical data. So the reason would be because of the regions. Write down the modal percentage usage for cell phone communication. If you look at cell phone communication there, you'll find that the usage, there it is, and now they want the modal. Now, since these are categories, groups, it's given in categories, that's why they say the modal and not the mode, because the modal is groups, right? So it's just that a mode of groups, right? So here, the number that appears the most, 2 appears once, 1 appears once, 3 appears once, 5 appears twice, so that could be the mode, but let's continue. 10 appears once, 7 appears once, 8 appears twice, 11 appears once, and 18 appears once, 22, 5 appears twice, as we said, 8 appears twice, and 22 appears once, and therefore 8 and 5 appears the same number of times, and they are the most number. So the modal is 5% and 8%. Below represents a global snapshot, data snapshot of a cell phone usage. A data snapshot is another form of representing data. Some data has been omitted. So we have the total world population, internet users, social network users, and cell phone users. And this one is separated into urban and rural, the total world population. And then we have internet usage as a percentage of the internet usage of the world, internet usage as a percentage. And then we have social network, but they didn't give us the percentage. And then we have cell phone usage of the population, which is 93%. And then we have the questions. Determine the total number of people in rural areas, the number of people living in rural areas. Before we can determine that, we have to find the percentage. Or what we can do is we can calculate the number of urban and minus it from there, and then we will have, let's do both. Let's do both ways. What we're going to do is going to say urban is equal to, then is 7,095,476,818 multiplied by 52%, and then we're going to get the number of urban. So that would be 3689647,944. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to minus this number from the population and get a rural. So the rural number, so they didn't say calculate the percentage, they said calculate the number. I'm just going to show you the question. The question says calculate the total number of people living in rural areas. It didn't say the percentage. So we're going to just calculate the number by minusing these two. Population minus urban will give us rural. So rural will equal to 7095476816 minus 3689647,944. It's 340582887. Right. So okay, let's do it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to separate the numbers in threes like that, right? So that's 872, 828,872, 405,828,872, 3,405,828,872. So the first time we calculated the number of urban, because they were not asking for the number of urban, we went a step ahead and minus the number of urban from the total population, right? So what we did was we took this number, multiplied by 52, and we got the number of urban people. Then we said the total minus this number, we got the rural. Now this time what we're going to do is we're going to use the percentage first and find the percentage of the rural. So that would be 100% minus urban, which is 52%, and we get rural, which is 48%. Now, they did not ask us the percentage of rural. They asked us the number. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the total and multiply it by 48%. So here's the total of the population. So now I'm going to multiply it by the 48% of the rural. Remember, they didn't ask for the percentage, they asked for the number. And then I'm going to find the number by using a calculator. And the number is 3405828,873. So now what we're going to do is we're going to again, I'm just going to show you. This is not asked, but I'm going to show you, like if they said write it in words, you start from the right and you say 1, 2, 3. This is where the space is going to be. And then you say 1, 2, 3. This is where the space is going to be. And you say 1, 2, 3. Again, this is where the space is going to be. Now write it with spaces. This is 3 space 405 space 828 space 873. So now you are able to read it. If you start here, this is 873. And if you start here, this is 8,873. This is 28,873. This is 828,873. 5,828,873. Again, still 5,828,873. Now the 405,828,873, and then the whole number 3,405,828,873. Right? So that's how you would write it if you were to write it in words. So now we're going to go to number 2, which says calculate the percentage of social network usage. And they've given us a formula. So they say there's a formula: percentage social network usage, which is number of active social network usage divided by total world population multiplied by a percentage. That one be number of active social network users divided by total population. There it is. So we're going to take this number and we are going to divide by this number, and then it's going to give us the social network, right? Okay. Divided by total population. Then they said that must be multiplied by 100 and we get the percentage. So now let's get the numbers. So the total network users will be 1856680,860 divided by, then we go for the total, which is 7095476,818. Then we multiply that by 100 and we're going to get the percentage. Which is 26.167%. And then we're going to go to 2.3. 2.3 says write the number of cell phone users in the number format. Now the cell phone users here, it says 6 billion space 572 million space 955,000 space 120. So this number here is it says 6 billion. So I'm going to write that and say 6 billion 572 950,000 124. Nice and easy.